You get that first real paycheck, and it feels like a victory, but nobody explained the mechanics of how to actually keep it. It is completely normal to be broke early in your career. You are starting from zero. But staying broke decade after decade, despite working hard, is a systemic failure. To figure out where the system breaks down, we are going to look at the math. We mapped out the 10 structural money mistakes that actively destroyed net worth for young adults. This chart maps out our framework. We are weighing the discipline required to fix a mistake today against the mathematical lifetime wealth it generates tomorrow. Achieving financial autonomy comes down to a single choice: trading the illusion of looking rich today for the mathematical reality of being wealthy tomorrow. We start in the red zone with mistake number 10, living paycheck to paycheck. The fix here requires a specific input: automating a transfer to your savings account the exact moment you get paid, before a single bill is handled. The trade-off is that you force yourself to live on artificially reduced means. You stop reacting to whatever is left over at the end of the month and start intentionally directing your capital. That capital brings us to mistake 9, ignoring the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is strictly defined by one metric: it puts money into your pocket. This matrix categorizes the difference. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That financed car is a liability. Those designer clothes are liabilities. The trade-off you have to accept here is social. You have to sacrifice the ego boost of buying consumer goods while watching your peers look far wealthier than they actually are. Your early earning years have a singular mathematical purpose: accumulating cash-flowing assets, not funding a superficial lifestyle. Mistake number 8 is waiting to invest. Time does the heavy lifting in wealth building, and your 20s offer a compounding advantage you can never get back. This graph reveals the math. Investing just $200 a month starting at age 25 yields over $525,000 by retirement. Waiting 10 years to start that exact same contribution leaves you with only $243,000. You are choosing to lock up $200 of liquidity today to capture nearly $300,000 in passive growth later. Mistake 7 treats all borrowed money equally: misunderstanding debt. This flowchart filters how you should approach borrowing. Good debt acquires an asset that grows in value or generates income. Bad debt buys depreciating consumer gratification. Fall for these foundational traps, and the wealth-building math breaks before it even has a chance to start. Moving into the yellow zone, we hit the yellow zones. Mistake 6 is relying on a single paycheck. If that one employer disappears, you immediately hit a financial wall. Fixing this means giving up your weekends and free time up front. You are trading leisure to build side hustles or construct a passive dividend portfolio that acts as a safety net. Mistake 5 is the silent leak: lifestyle inflation. Every time your income goes up, your expenses rise right alongside it to eat up the surplus. This chart demonstrates the structural fix. When your income steps up, you deliberately freeze your lifestyle. You keep your expenses flat so the gap of investable cash widens. That investable cash faces another threat with mistake 4, ignoring economic inflation. Over time, the purchasing power of your money steadily decreases. This data visualization shows why keeping cash in a traditional bank account works against you. The low interest rate guarantees your purchasing power shrinks against average market inflation. To stop the leaks, you have to actively defend your capital from both your own lifestyle upgrades and the broader economy. In the green zone, we find the accelerators. Mistake 3 is neglecting your retirement accounts, specifically failing to capture the free money offered through employer match programs. You have to accept a smaller take-home pay during your lowest earning years. You feel the pinch today, so time can do the heavy lifting for you tomorrow. Mistake 2 wipes out all of that progress in an instant, making financial decisions based on emotion. This is the urge to panic sell when the market drops, or stress spend when life gets difficult. You counter this by building a rigid, rules-based system. Automate your investments so you become immune to the daily news cycle and the pressure of what your peers are buying. And that brings us to mistake 1, believing financial education is only for people who already have money. You do not need wealth to learn about wealth. The ultimate trade-off is how you spend your attention. You must replace hours of cheap entertainment with rigorous, often dry financial education. True wealth acceleration does not rely on luck. It is the direct byproduct of continuous self-education and unemotional, systemic discipline. Financial success in your 20s and 30s comes down to building automated systems that protect you from your own worst impulses. This scorecard maps out the action plan. Beginners, automate savings, start investing immediately, and focus on education. High earners, freeze lifestyle inflation and redirect surplus into cash-flowing assets. Burdened by debt, stop the bleed and clear high-interest consumer debt before building passive income streams. Look at these 10 traps. Identify the one costing you the most mathematically and commit to fixing it today. Taking proactive care of your money right now is the only way to ensure your money takes care of you tomorrow.